Hey guys, welcome back to the replay of another random live stream. I feel like it's been a while since we had one of these, so figured pop on tonight. Had nothing going on, and it's a miserable, rainy Tuesday, so figure we'll kind of end things on a positive note. Welcome everyone. Hey, how you doing? Actually, it might be easier if I keep this right here. Might be able to hear me better. Hey guys, welcome. Everyone's up. That's good. It's a miserable Tuesday night here in Pennsylvania, so I want to hang out with you guys for a little bit, put some smiles on each other's faces, and just catch up on things. It's been a while since we've done this, so I haven't had a late night stream probably in over a week, so we're definitely due for one. Hey everyone, welcome. Hey guys. Glad to see you popping in tonight. Now that's some high quality H2O. I do have a new snack too. I wanted to show you guys. I found it at the supermarket. Not sure if you guys ever tried it. It's Jif strawberry poppers. You ever see that before? They're like little, almost like the size of popcorn kernels, but they taste like peanut butter and strawberries and I think a little bit of popcorn. They're actually pretty good. Kind of healthy, I think. But I wanted to share that with you. They're actually pretty good. H2O, best drink in the house. Gatorade. I was watching Waterboy tonight, so that was stuck in my head. Wondering when you'd have a live chat. How are you? I'm doing good, Sally. I see you've been busy watching a lot of videos. I've been reading your comments. Those are what they look like. Little tiny like puff balls. But it tastes like peanut butter and strawberry. It's pretty good. Yeah, New Ready Knoebel is the Tornado Twister. And here's Jinxie. Super 8 hotel video. Which one? The original one or the revisit? Jinxie's making his appearance as he always does. Can you guys hear me okay? Or does it sound better with the microphones? Hang on, I'll do a little test. Does it sound good right here? Or does it sound better here? Tell me which one. Number 1 better or number 2 better? Okay, you're going to have to get down, Jinx. Go ahead. Yeah, I got your message for the meetup. Number 2, terrible. Okay. Put it back on the shirt. Works for me. What do you want, Jinx? You're going to go nuzzle the lamp, huh? Try and knock it over on me? For some reason, he's fascinated with his lamp. Maybe he's trying to say, I'm a Christmas cat. How about you just lay down like a good boy and stop being mischievous, huh? Say, nope, that's not me. Shirt. Yes, I got this. I'll have to show you the back of it. I got this down in Cherokee, North Carolina. Let me see if I can try to show you the back of it. Hopefully you're able to see it. Oh, I went down too low. Hang on. Got myself in an awkward position there, but I'll have to show it to you in person sometime. But I like the picture on it. All right, Jinx, you're getting to be a pain now. Okay, let's get down. Do I like cats now? I'm still not a cat person, but I do like them more now than I used to after owning them. So they've definitely grown on me, but I am more used to having a dog. Yeah, believe it or not, this shirt costs like $8. It was in like a Cherokee gift shop. They had a rack with t-shirts on sale. I saw that one. I'm like, oh, that one's pretty cool. Hey, Susie. Well, Jinx likes me. Salem could care less if I'm here or not. She is more of Jill's cat. And he's back again. You know, whenever I'm not up here, he could care less. I come up here, it's like a magnet. And then he wants to cause trouble. Jinx, I'm going to end up having to score you if you don't behave. You already know the rules up here. Can't go on the keyboard either. Okay, how about you go do something? I know the problem is he slept all evening, now he's got energy. It's like, ooh, what can I do to get on his nerves or grab his attention? Yeah, he seems to like when I go live. And now he's going to rub against my webcam and ring light. No, you can't do that. All right, you're going to have to get squirted, unfortunately, because you're not behaving. All right. This is a miracle tool. Can you hold him and scratch his back? If I do that, he won't want to get down. I don't mind him making an appearance, but when I'm up here streaming, I don't like it because he wants to step on the wires and the keyboard and may accidentally end the stream. So can I boop his nose? I don't think he would like that. Love the purple, thank you. So how's everyone week starting off so far? I know it's been weather-wise not horrible around here except for today with the rain, but temperatures are pretty mild. I'm hoping it clears up the next couple days. Got to get out and do some exploring. But this weekend, everyone better cross your fingers. Saturday, if weather permits. Jinx, you're killing me. If weather permits, Saturday we will be doing a live stream paranormal investigation. We had to postpone the last one. And Jinx, enough, come on. Last month we had a unfavorable weather. We had to postpone it until now, almost a month later. So as long as it's not raining, we will be going live Saturday night. There's going to be a group of us there doing a pretty cool paranormal investigation at a place I did investigate one time before, many years ago. It's actually a place where I witnessed my first apparition. So we're really praying that things work out this time. We are long overdue for a good ghost hunt. So be on the lookout though on my community tab, on my YouTube channel, and on Facebook. I will give updates letting you know whether or not, if we are going to indeed go live or not, and what time to expect it. Oh, you're welcome, Desert Dog. Ringing the bell really works in all notifications, yes. Now, it doesn't work indefinitely, Sally. You will find out. I should say, hopefully you don't find out, but a lot of people don't get notifications after a certain amount of time. So make sure if that ever happens, what I tell people is to unsubscribe, wait a few minutes, subscribe again, and when you click the bell, make sure you choose all for all notifications. Because I do go live randomly. I do uploads at least 3 times a week. And a lot of people don't even realize that. Like, oh, I didn't know you're still putting out content. I'm like, yeah, more now than ever. Do we have any mods in here tonight? They're not approving the messages. Justin says his dog is driving him nuts, but makes it feel better. Well, yeah, a little bit. At least I'm not the only one. Jack, no vegetables tonight, but at least I'm having something healthy. Strawberry poppers. Good night, Julie. Thanks for stopping in. Tank top flip-flop weather. That sounds pretty good. We'll be having that in a few months. 55 in California. That sounds relatively cool. Jill, did it work for you when you did that? When you unsubscribed and resubscribed? They're on television, so you watch YouTube. That's pretty much the same as many people. So I do appreciate you watching, though. No, they're not like a Pop-Tart. They're like a popcorn kernel. You know, a puffed up popcorn piece. All right, Jink, I guess you want to be held. So I will hold you, and everyone will be happy. So, Jinx is getting his attention like he wants. Right, mister? He's like, okay, now what? Late to the party. Hey, Heather. Cats terrified me my whole childhood. My grandmother had a really mean, nasty, humongous cat who didn't like anyone. You getting down? Okay. So I was never fond of cats after having to deal with that because she used to babysit me when I was smaller. And the cat would like hiss and snarl and howl and all kinds of crazy things. It was like not like a cat, it was like a mixture of like the devil and the cat. So, what are you doing now? First time in live stream, welcome. Yes, Jinx is quite popular on my channel, so glad you guys enjoy seeing him. And trying to see, I didn't see your response, Jilly, if you said that worked or not. Jinxie, please. You are killing me tonight. No, what are you trying to do? Seriously. There's nowhere to go. You know what you don't like? I'm going to have to chase you away with because you're not listening? The air. Does not like compressed air. Don't like to squirt him with it, but sometimes he just doesn't get the hint. Yeah, I'm missing comments here. Jill, I missed your reply. Did you say if it worked or not when you unsubscribed, resubscribed? Do you get permission to explore some of the properties? Sometimes we do. I'll just keep the can here. He won't come up. Then he sees the can, he runs away. So at least he's trained in that aspect. Oh, someone's got jokes. Well, Retromantic, unlike you, at least I look at the screen and see the comments. You have to have all your so-called special guests read the comments for you, so just putting it out there. Yes, it worked. Okay. I mean, you can very well tell notifications don't work appropriately or properly because having over 100,000 subscribers, most of my videos, even the more popular ones, don't reach 100,000 views. Not everyone is even realizing putting out the videos. But my channel's still doing well. It is, in my eyes, doing better now than ever. But definitely subscriptions and notices aren't working to their fullest potential. That's on not just my channel, every channel. Like Alan, Revenge of the Apocalypse, he does the Ghost Hunts with me. He's got 1,500 subscribers. A lot of his videos only reach 100, 200 views. That's not normal for the amount of subscribers he has. So we've been saying this for a long time now. Hopefully YouTube fixes it, but it doesn't seem like it's going to change. We just kind of have to adapt to it. Yeah, 577 said it. Ever gotten busted only one time in New Jersey, exploring an abandoned school, and neighbors called the cops on us because they reported 2 suspicious men walking into the building with backpacks. Well, that was myself and Mike walking in with backpacks full of camera gear. And within 10 minutes, 6 cop cars rolled up, surrounded the building. Canines were there. And I thought for sure that day I was getting arrested. But after we explained what we were doing, kind of cooperated with them. They ran background checks on us. They let us go with just a warning, but that was the closest I ever came to it. I have received citations for being on private property. Nothing that ever went to court or anything like that, just paying a simple fine. But again, not for us breaking into anything, just for being on the property. People watched the videos and decided to take it upon themselves to be vigilantes and report us for exploring an abandoned part of a property. So that's about it. I mean, it could be much worse, but for the most part, we do things the best way possible, most respectful, professional way possible. We do seek permission when possible. It's not always granted. Most people won't give permission for liability issues. They think they're going to sue them. I've fallen through floors. I've gotten myself into some hairy predicaments. I never tried once to go after the owner. I take it on myself. If I get hurt, that's on my shoulders, and I have insurance. So do things the right way. Most times you will be able to walk away from the situation. How do you get permission? Well, you have to find the owner, obviously. You go through the courthouse to track down who owns it, who paid the taxes last. A lot of times it's owned by banks now, owned by the city for failing to pay taxes. I've also reached out to realtor companies, and they've also reached out to me for making videos of places that are on the market that aren't getting a lot of traffic. I've actually helped sell a barn the one time. I had an old Datsun inside the barn. Realtor reached out to me, made a video for the owner, and ended up helping him sell the property because potential buyers could see exactly what's there. So again, there's ways to do things properly. There's ways things to do not properly. One thing I will never do, I don't break into a location. If I can't freely get into it, then I walk away, find the next one. But everyone does things differently. There are people out there who do things a more not so professional manner, and I don't condone that. So I think there's a couple premieres tomorrow, Jacob. Yeah, you have a premiere. I think Retromantic has a premiere tomorrow, so I'll do my best to catch them. If not, I'll definitely watch the replay. A spooky encounter? What do you mean by spooky encounter? Robert, I mean, I'm not a lawyer. I'm not going to be able to tell you all the facts. It really depends on by state. Each state has different laws as far as breaking, entering, and trespassing. So all I could tell you is do some research for the state you live in or the state you plan on exploring in. But I can't give you any legal advice. I just know, based on my experience, what I can and can't do. Do you know how many places that you didn't go to that you wanted to? Oh yeah, I come across places all the time, either driving around or by word of mouth. I have people that send me emails with coordinates of places they find. A lot of places are just not a good idea to explore, typically because they're in a high traffic area. There's neighbors living nearby or across the street, a lot of traffic, no place to park without being seen. So a lot of places you do have to walk away from. And as hard as it is, you have to know when to draw the line. Otherwise, you could end up, getting yourself in some deep water, and it's not going to really be worth it just for a video. Yeah, Ellen, if you want to go ahead and tell people about your premiere tomorrow, or what the video is about, what time it's premiering, you're welcome to. Oh, we got John in here too. John, I tried saying hi to you on CF's stream. Not sure if you saw it or not, but I was just saying hello to everyone. Yeah, power did come back on, thankfully. It said reason unknown, and 500 some houses, including myself, power went out just all of a sudden. And I went on the website. It said estimated time to return 11 p.m. I came on within like 30 minutes, thankfully. Would have been a long, boring night. Maybe QT knows where to explore. Obviously, he or she does because they've been everywhere. Yeah, the lights are on. I'm not running on a generator. Although I do have a generator, a portable generator. It's one for camping and hiking. I'm going to be doing a review on it. I just got it in the mail today, got it charged up, so it's like perfect timing. Power went out. If we wanted to, we could plug into that. Thank you, Robert. Susie, didn't they tell you already to stop sticking your tongue in electrical outlets? Jeez. Slow learner. Who, Lily, are you on here? I gave her permission to put that premiere information out there, so if you could undo that, or whoever did that. Salem, not Salem, Jinxie. You are persistent, I will give you that. Ellen, go ahead and post that again. Oh, let me see. Yeah, go ahead and post it again. Jesus. Jinxie, you're not getting the hint tonight. Sorry about that. Lotus Tsunkyo, sorry if I mispronounced that, 190. Tired. Well, thank you for the super chat. Yeah, Exploring the CF helped me actually get on using the streaming software XSplit that I've been using on Sunday nights. So he's definitely a nice guy, very helpful. Yeah, Mike, I may end up bringing you out again for the product review like I did with the walkie-talkies. I do have a couple fun ideas. It's pretty cool though. I'll have to show it to you or send you some pictures. It comes with a carry tote. Comes with a couple different cables. You can hook up a solar panel to it to charge it. But it has AC, DC, has a big light on the back of it, to light up for the nighttime. It's pretty cool though. Do I watch other explorers' videos? Aside from the people that I'm friends with that do exploring, as far as any larger channels, I do watch Proper People. Somebody asked about Adam the Woo. I do watch him, not as much as I used to. I keep saying Yeah, Retromantic has the permission to put up her premiere information, so don't take it down. So it says she has a abandoned location. It's in Paranormal. Come join the live at 9 p.m. So I'll try myself to be there. I know Jake said he has a premiere at 8:30, so I'll try to make it to both of them. Tomorrow I have a video coming out too, but it won't be a premiere, so that won't be any issues. Yeah, I don't watch Adam the Woo as much. Depends on the location that he's doing, but I lost interest in him and Carpetbagger. Just started being too monotonous, too routine. So I find myself watching smaller channels just to, I don't know, I just find it more interesting than seeing what newer YouTubers or people that I'm friends with come up with for their content. Thank you, Joe. What kind of camera do I have? Karen, do you mean for still photos or for video? Yeah, he is traveling now. I don't know who the guy he's with. I didn't watch tonight's video. I'm not a big fan of the movie locations, but I did watch one yesterday or something like that. Yeah, Disney was getting, I love Disney, but it was getting to be too much. How do I donate, Sally? If you want to donate like that person did, if you see the dollar sign down on the bottom, if you press on that, it will have you link up your credit card if you wish to make what is called a super chat. And when you do that, you can send a sticker or a personalized comment, and it'll highlight on the chat. If you want to donate other ways, in the video descriptions, I do have a PayPal, P.O. Box, merchandise shop, stuff like that. John is in Ellen's video. He said his video will drop at 10 p.m. on Wednesday too. So both their videos will be out. If you have nothing to watch on Wednesday night, I definitely encourage you to head over there, see what they were able to film. Carpetbagger, I do like his content. You know, he does get to some pretty cool places. The one thing I have a hard time believing, though, he's well known for going to these haunted attractions and screaming like crazy. At first, it used to be funny, and now I almost think it's faked, like it's forced. There's times that he was going through places with the lights on, or it was daytime, and he'd be like, "Ah, I don't know what I'm screaming at." Like I think he screams just because people expect him to now. It's not very genuine. There I go with again. But other than that, I do like some of the places he does get to. I only watch JPVideos, abandoned videos. Well, Joe, I do appreciate that, but there are a lot of other good channels out there. If you do want to see something, if you like my stuff, check out The Proper People. They are two younger guys, but they do it very professionally. They don't drop curses everywhere. They share information about the locations, and they make very smooth cinematic videos. So if you do like my content, as far as abandoned stuff goes, give Proper People a try. They have close to 1 million subscribers now. I do enjoy their content. Dan Bell, somebody's mentioning, I started following him when he did strictly abandoned stuff. Now he's kind of all over the place with hotels and dead malls and stuff like that. I mean, I watch him from time to time, but I started following him strictly for his abandoned videos, which he did a really great job on. But he did a video the other day, I think yesterday, like a short live stream inside an abandoned hotel, power still on. The place looked like it was shut down yesterday. I think they got in there, maybe it was closed or something. I don't know. Changing hands with ownership, but didn't look abandoned. But I don't know. I mean, whatever floats your boat, I guess. There are a lot of abandoned channels or exploring channels I don't watch, either because they don't make good quality content, or I don't care for the individual themselves, the way they present themselves on camera. I'm not going to rule anyone out or single anyone out and give names here, but I tend to watch people that are more similar to my style. Fascinating, but I wouldn't really, even people in the live chat were saying it's not abandoned, it's just closed for the moment. So it's cool to see. It's not like it's not a normal abandoned video that you expect to see. I mean, a normal abandoned structure. I have not been to Kennywood. I've not even been to Western Pennsylvania, but I will be going to Cedar Point this year. So. Yeah, that's how I found Adam the Woo. He was doing abandoned Six Flags New Orleans. That was his first video. I watched him for a good portion of 5 years when he did his daily vlog for every day for 5 years straight. And then he took a little hiatus, and he comes back and forth. He did a road trip, I think about a month or two ago, which was pretty cool. That was good content, but the Disney stuff he got sucked into. I mean, people tell me, oh, you do too. People tell me I do too much Knoebels, but Knoebels is only open a few months out of the year, and it's unlike any other park in the country. It's the largest free admission park in America. Disney, people know it's at Disney. A lot of people don't know about Knoebels. Sally, hey, you found it. Hey, JP Video Lovers. Thank you so much, Sally, for the $1.99 super chat. Cedar Point. Yeah, 9 states, 9 days, something like that. Got into places where they film movies. Like I said, I'm not a big fan of movie locations. So if I have been to a place where they film movies, I probably didn't realize it because I don't specifically search for places like that. The one thing I can say I have done related to movie locations is downtown Scranton. They did the filming for a movie coming out featuring, I think, Anthony Hopkins. I can't remember the name of it, but there was a car explosion where I think it was a Mercedes two-door sports car crashed into an RV, and there was an explosion. I did film that, the making of it, because it was something kind of unique and exciting for downtown Scranton. But that's probably as close as I've come to it. Hey, there's Sagan Rose. Is the live stream staying up or coming down? They do stay up. They're just not listed publicly on my channel. So random live streams like this go under what is called the random live stream playlist. So if you ever miss a random live stream, just go to that playlist. They'll all be listed there. Is there a paper company nearby? There's pen paper, which is a active business. I'm not sure what you mean by that question, though. Ever taken anything out of an abandoned structure? The only thing I've ever taken was from like businesses like resorts. I'll take like a menu or a pamphlet, a coaster, stuff like that. But as far as like personal residences, I just feel it'd be bad karma to take anything that doesn't belong to me. Most times you're not supposed to be there to begin with. So if you were ever to get stopped by police coming out and they search you and you have, you know, items from the house, that's going to be theft throwing on top of it. So even though stuff does get most times destroyed when the houses get ripped down, I still don't think it's right to take something without permission. It was a joke. I guess it went over my head. Funeral home video. Yeah, that one was a good one. All right, have a good one there, theme park. What am I eating? New snack I found. Get the focus here. Jif strawberry poppers. Something a little healthier. Yeah, Office I've never watched. I've seen maybe about 5 minutes of one episode. That's about it. Yeah, they're good. I mean, that's why I'm eating them. What store? I want to say our local market, Garrity's. It's only in Pennsylvania. Not sure if they're sold elsewhere, but they were just on I think on an end cap or something, or in the snack aisle. But they are new because you can see right here it says new on the tear strip, but I like them though. Tastes like peanut butter and jelly. Similar. I mean, I wouldn't classify it as a peanut butter and jelly snack, but you know, the flavorings there, strawberry, peanut butter, and a nice crunchy little ball. So I like them. Kinzua Bridge I've not been to. I'm hoping to get to that when I make my trip out to Ohio, but there's not as much to see there now. Ever since the tornado took it out, it's more or less just like a skywalk, walking platform. So from what I've seen from videos, it doesn't look as impressive as it used to. So I mean, if I have time, I will check it out in my travels, but I don't have plans to make a specific trip out to it. Fallout shelters, the closest I came to that was abandoned World War II bunkers. They were used for dynamite storage, and it's called the Abandoned Town of Elvira. I've actually made a couple videos there. We had a meetup event there last year, I believe it was, or maybe end of 2018 it was. Can't remember, but that's as close as I come to that. Yeah, but as far as I know, they don't let you walk down there. They only let you fly drones there either, so. How far am I from Gettysburg? About think around 2 hours. We had a meetup there we had a meetup in Gettysburg as well last year. Met a lot of great faces. I've been meaning to return there, just haven't happened yet, but it was a long day. Gettysburg is huge. I've only seen maybe a quarter of what is there. So even if I go back by myself for a day, I do need to get back down there. I think D. Sandlin is behind. D. Sandlin, if you're able to hear me, make sure your live stream, the red line's all the way to the right. If one of the mods could type that too for her to see it, make sure it shows that it's live right now. I think she's a few minutes behind. Oh, thank you, V. Is it creepy there? I suppose it could be. We were there, on a bright sunny day. It didn't feel creepy, but it was pretty cool though, seeing locations that you hear about, growing up. I think Devil's Den was my favorite area that I checked out. Camped in a campground in Gettysburg. Yeah, that sounds pretty awesome. Ever thought about traveling to the U.S. video kind of trip? Yeah, I definitely thought about it. I'd love to do Route 66. But a lot of it has to come down with funding, I mean, I am making a living on my videos, but not enough to sustain traveling across the country at this moment. But who's to say it won't happen in the future? Would I walk from one end of a railroad track to the other? Depends on how long it is. But there's a lot of abandoned tracks here in Pennsylvania, and I'll be covering a lot more of those in the near future. Sally, there should be a slider. When you shows a dollar amount, you can slide that bar over to whatever amount you want. Yeah, from Christmas Story, I do have the leg lamp. I do have the poster up there. I do have boxes from Fudge that Barb sent me, which are down here. My favorite Christmas movie. Route 301. What state is that, V? Is it still Christmas where you're at? No, I mean, Christmas ends when Christmas ends, December 25th. We are almost in March now. But as far as Christmas goes, I mean, I love Christmas decorations and stuff like that. This is not Christmas lighting. This is LED lighting that I can change. So it's just my kind of accent lighting. I put it all blue now. Well, Amanda, apparently I'm not picking up your sense of humor through the chat, so my apologies. It's hard to know when someone's joking without LOL or haha or seeing your facial expression, so sorry about that. Gonna send me a box of stuff from Scottish Tartans Museum. All right, I'll be on the lookout for that. I'm sure you're funnier than you think, Amanda. I say the same thing, though. Sometimes I just act like a big kid and make people laugh. Yes, it is, Alan, my favorite color. Do I like spicy items? Not particularly. I'll try them, but I usually don't enjoy them. D. Sandlin, though, if you check my Chow Time playlist, which is where my food reviews are, some of my earlier videos from like late summer, early fall, I've done some spicy items, including the hot ramen noodle challenge. So you can see how I do with some of those items. Hearing noise. I don't know what the cats are doing. Do I ever take a toy as a souvenir? No, like I said, I don't take anything from houses. If I take anything, it's just something that it's not going to really be missed if it's from a business. Yeah, I do love chocolate. Cat lives 2 miles from the Christmas house. Oh, lucky her. That is one of my stops when I come out to Ohio, so I will be visiting that house personally. Where's your demon cat tonight? He's doing something. I don't know what he's doing. Salem, I don't even know where Salem is. They're both up to something. Hey, there's Adam. What reading do you use for your head? I'm not sure what you mean by that. What razor? I think they're Gillette's. It's just the disposable razors. I don't use anything special. I buy the 8-pack. It lasts me about 2 weeks, and I usually shave it every 2 to 3 days. I've never been arrested, Danny, and all I'll say is I carry multiple forms of protection. Hey, Jacqueline, welcome. It is a triple blade sensitive. Do I ever leave anything on QT? No. Just my video on YouTube, that's about it. Jill's funny. We've run into homeless, not homeless people per se, only in the abandoned funeral home. There's someone there, but a lot of times we go to places and we find signs of people staying there, living there, signs of drug activity. But we go to these places during the morning or during the daytime, so most people are usually out and about then. We don't really go to these places late at night, which is when you would more than likely find someone. I can't say that I have ever thought about that, Daryl. I'm not that sensitive, Jill. More like the strong silent type. Adam F. Gas money for more abandoned and ghost vids. Awesome, Adam. Thank you so much. That'll definitely come in handy. As I mentioned earlier, if you guys didn't hear, I will be doing a paranormal investigation Saturday night, weather permitting. So be on the lookout for that. Underground Scranton? Not sure what that is. Well, Danny, the only thing I could tell you is try to find locations that you're allowed to be there. I'm not sure what state you're in. Pennsylvania has at least a half dozen places you could go to legally without risk of trespassing. Those are the best places to find, like the abandoned turnpike tunnels, the abandoned World War II bunkers, Concrete City. Those 3 places right there, you're 100% allowed to be there, and they're really cool historic abandoned structures. If you go somewhere else, like an abandoned home, a business, a resort, it's always best to try to get permission, which is very rarely granted, but it does happen from time to time. But if it's posted, I don't recommend going in. If it's locked up, I don't encourage you to break in. And you just got to use common sense. You don't want to draw attention to yourself when you're doing stuff like that. So you don't want to park right in front of it. You don't want to make a lot of noise. So those are just some guidelines as to how you should approach a situation or a location. What type of music do I like? It really depends on my mood. Can't go wrong with 80s music. Like I have Sirius Satellite in the car. I always listen to 80s at 8, 90s at 9, Hair Nation, Octane. I do like, so like late 90s, early 2000s hip hop, R&B, some rap stuff too. That's stuff I grew up on, so I still enjoy it. But not a big fan of modern music now. Turnpikes will never be used as roads again. No, they were originally built for the railroad and then ended up running out of money, converted to highway use turnpikes, but it turned out to be bottlenecks because it was 2 lanes forming into one, and they rerouted the turnpike, and now it's a public, like, walking, biking, 13-mile section of abandoned highway. Love the videos. Thanks, Ash. Hey, Susan. Jennifer. Scariest place we've been to, I've said before, is the abandoned funeral home. It is one of the only places I felt like I did not belong there, shouldn't be in there. Not to say there's not other places where I get weird vibes, but that one was the worst. Do I listen to Fly on Sirius? I'm not familiar with that channel. Old gold mine town next to me turned into a trail, but supposed to have jail and more remnants. That sounds pretty awesome, John. If you haven't done so, I'd love to see a video on it. 70s too. I do enjoy some 70s, but 80s my go-to. Hey there, Cindy. Hair Nation rules. That it does. Do they maintain the old turnpikes? They don't maintain them. They are inspected for safety reasons, but pretty much they are the same way as when they were last used. Now, they did do testing of different pavement materials and stuff like that after it became abandoned. Like PennDOT was using it for testing of different road materials. Aside from that, though, they are open to the public. But obviously, you can't go there and try to graffiti it up, stuff like that. But they do have people that check on them. They are inspected. Late night chat about all kinds of things, yeah. Hey, Emerald. Planning on it soon. All right, awesome, John. Anything but rap, yeah. I could agree, except for like the modern day rap. I do, like I said, growing up through 90s and 2000s, you know, when I was driving my vehicles, I always had a sound system in it, you know, with the subwoofers and stuff. So I listened to a lot of stuff with bass. So I like the abandoned school. Which one? I've done a couple schools. We want to do a video on the cemeteries here in Mississippi. We'll go for it, Jill. People love checking those out. Eric, I've answered that question multiple times now. I have not been arrested. Seems to be a popular question tonight. Next adventure. I can't give away any spoilers unless you're a Patreon member. They get a sneak peek at all the upcoming videos, so you just have to wait and see. If I ever seen anything paranormal, yes. Like I said, we do paranormal investigations on this channel. I have a dedicated playlist for it. And the place we're going to Saturday to do a ghost hunt is where I did witness my first ghost or apparition. Too bad you don't go to New Jersey to see the Nike bases. Well, I've been to New Jersey. I'm just not too keen on going there. But I am going for a meetup there, like a small YouTube meetup with Kathy from Random Outdoor Fun and a few others to a location in New Jersey that she organized. I was one of those kids in high school. Yes, I was. Hate thumping car stereos. I still enjoy bass. I like to feel music, but not to the point where it's obnoxiously loud. Like, you know, if you're in traffic and the car next to you is shaking yours, that's kind of over the top. But I do like to feel music. Just like if you're at a concert, you know, it's not like playing at low volume. It's loud, so you can feel it. Second one, you almost got arrested. Yeah, that's out in New Jersey. That's what kind of deters me from going back there. Guess they think that I look like a felon? What do you mean by that? You don't look like someone that would have been in jail. Yeah, I've never been in jail, never been arrested. I have a clean record. Like I said, I've been cited before, had to pay a couple citations, but that's it. No, Jill, no country music. Come across a place where people in them are not friendly. I wouldn't say not friendly, just seems suspicious. Not, you know, very conversive, but never really encountered anyone aggressive or anything like that. Is Saturday night going to be live? Yes, all my paranormal investigations are live. I look very clean. Well, I do take a shower every day, V. I know what you mean, though. 210s in your Camaro, as weird as it sounds, the bass would make my headaches better. Yeah, as far as I went, I had it was a Mazda Navajo. It was basically it looked just like a Ford Explorer, but it was made by Mazda. And I had two 15-inch, what were they? I can't remember what the hell they were. They were 15-inch though, with porta boxes. That thing hit so hard, I thought the back hatch window was going to break. You could hear me coming from like a couple hundred yards away. It was so crazy loud, but I got a good deal on them. I couldn't pass it up. After that, I downsized to a single 12-inch custom fit box in my car. So now my Ford Escape has a built-in subwoofer. It has, I think, an 8-inch sub with a little amp. It doesn't throw a lot of bass, but if you turn up the music loud enough, it's at least enough to hear the beat. But I would prefer a little bit more than that. Gene, the time will be announced on my community tab and on Facebook. It's going to be depending on weather, if it does cooperate. But definitely will be an evening, nighttime investigation. Hang on, I want to look up the speaker because it was... I think they weren't JLs, not JBLs. Maybe they were Frankensteins. I can't remember, but they were huge 15-inch monsters. No, I've never been in the military. 212s in your Eclipse. Those cars always sounded good because of the hatchback. Love the Addams Family House. Yeah, that was out in Maryland. That was a cool location. What did you do before you got into videos? I've done a multitude of things. For the longest time, I worked at various places as security or as a bouncer, doorman. I was a commercial driver for a number of years, worked retail, worked warehousing. Ford Explorer Sport Twin, only available in two-door. Yep, mine was a blue one. No surprise there. It was pretty reliable though. Had push-button, four-wheel drive, 6-cylinder, power windows. But that's long gone. 1600 watt stereo 212. That's a pretty good combination there. I had this happens every time I try to think of stuff when I'm on camera. I can't think of it. I started off with cheap stuff. I started off with like JBL wasn't top of the line, but even, what was it, Jensen? I used to work at Kmart. I remember I bought a Jensen amp there. I think it ended up overheating and shorting itself out. I did have JLs. Was it Lancefire? Or I can't remember the name of it. But it was like a big 1500 watt amp, and I had it bridged to the 215s. Do I work on cars? Just everyday stuff like, changing the oil, rotating tires, stuff like that I could do, but I'm not mechanically inclined. Cindy's been bad. Drive a tractor trailer, local, okay. No, it wasn't Blob Punt. Cannot think of the name of it. I'm terrible at stuff like this. Like I could remember details to a lot of things when it comes to the names of things when I'm on camera. I can't remember for the crap of me. But when I'm off camera, I'll think of it. Maybe I'll think of it later. But I'm trying to think if I could remember it, but I just can't. I've had Kenwood. I've had kickers are always super expensive. I never had kickers, but I did have JLs. JBLs I know were not as good. I think there was Memphis. I had, I think, a 10-inch Memphis before too. But maybe I'll think of it later. Rockford Fosgate amp. Okay. I bought Jill a car starter for Christmas, and the place we went to was in DuPont. It's a car stereo shop, but they do car starters also. And I was in their showroom looking around, and I'm like, oh, amps, subs. started getting me thinking again about maybe throwing a sub in the back of the Eclipse. Like I said, it has a factory sub, but it doesn't put out much bass at all. But I don't have a whole lot of room in the back the way it is because an Eclipse is a smaller SUV. So unless I got like maybe a custom 12-inch that could fit in the side, I may do that in the future because I do miss hearing the beat, feeling the bass. But I don't want to throw like a big ported box in the back to take up all the room. Yeah, Colby, that's been talked about for a long time since he did pass away. Alpine, yes, I had Alpine too. I had a Chevy S10 extended cab, my most beautiful truck I've ever owned. It had 31 1015s on it, 1050 15s, the BFGs, all-terrains. So it was raised up a little bit, beefier tires on it. It was all white, I had it tinted out, and I had a box with 2 Alpine 10s in the back. And I actually had the box on the back bench seat facing upwards. The thing hit so hard. I froze. I hope he should be okay. Yeah, Rob, can't think. It's one of those, happens more too often. Bazooka tubes, I remember those. I remember the one guy, he worked at Circuit City. If you guys remember that, the electronics store. They had the car stereo shop. One of the employees there, I think he took 6 of the bazooka tubes, wired them up in I think in a wagon or hatchback. They went to a stereo competition and won. It was just 6, I think they were 8 or 10-inch bazooka tubes. I can't remember. But he won just by throwing it together really quick and went there and won the contest. Blew the hatch off his Chevette, jeez. How long was J Live for? I always seem to miss. Well, Monica, I'm getting off in about 2 seconds, so you're late yet again. 1812s in the back of a Trailblazer, jeez. I remember the car show I used to go to. Mike, you remember Charge's down in Music there, Charge's car show? There was a minivan that came down, and I think he had 10 or 12 12s. They took out all the seats in the back. They had this big, plywood box with all these 12s facing upwards. And they had, I think, 8s and 10s in the doors. The thing was like, there was no treble, you couldn't hear the words. It was just strictly bass. And it ended up, I think, blowing some of the speakers during one of the contests they had there. Yeah, Todd Tulipsky, he had the black 5.0. I think he had 2, I think they were kicker 12s, I think, or kicker 10s. I can't remember. He was actually at that car show too. Yeah, he babied that Mustang though. He would never like rev it up, never go fast. And Monica, just toying with you. I've been on here for an hour now, but not getting off yet. But it won't be a super late stream, but on for now. Pontiac Le Mans at 3010. That's ridiculous. I used to wire this stuff myself. I was never super neat with hiding the wiring. I mean, I did a pretty good job at it, but I used to hook up everything myself, pull the deck out, run out I used to use the RCA connections, run the red power wire to the battery, had the fuse, the inline fuse, and had it grounded somewhere and run it under the door panels all the way to the trunk, wire the amp. I mean, it was a pain, but saved you a lot of money by doing it yourself. 15s. He must have changed it at some point because I remember he had only 10s or 12s. So maybe at some point he did change it, but I don't remember it being 15s. I mean, unless my memory's that far off, but I do know he babied the car though. The harnesses were a pain. Yeah, I remember you used to have to buy the harness or go into the back of the unit and you had to splice her. I mean, you're supposed to solder the wires. I used to just twist them together, put some electrical tape around them. Yeah, you need mids and highs. Good combination of both. I mean, my Escape right now has one. I think it has 8 or 9 speakers in it, which is pretty good for a little SUV. But it's a Sony system. But like I said, the factory amp and sub is not very powerful, so I'd like to upgrade it at some point. He fell asleep, Michelle. Good night, Judy. Yeah, not everyday driving vehicles, just for contests. I know some of them, they do what are called DB contest. The cops stop them that much base. A lot of them are not even road legal. I mean, I've gotten stopped once for my base because I think it was either neighbors or a business complained because I was out in front. I was showing somebody the system and they called the cops. I mean, they just came and said just to keep it down a little quieter. All right, see you, fair witness. Going to Knoebels this year? Absolutely. I'll be there opening day. Thanks, Danny. And those of you may or may not have seen on my community tab, I did put out a poll today. A lot of you have been mentioning about a drive stream, wanting to know when I'm going to do my next one, which will be coming up soon, probably later on this week. But I did put out a poll asking if you guys would prefer a daytime or nighttime stream. And the funny thing is the results are showing most people voted daytime, but most people are commenting nighttime. So I'm not asking which one you prefer me to do from here on out. Just for the next one, I was wondering what you guys have a preference for. But it seems like most people do want daytime based on the results. So I'll probably do a daytime stream, just probably around lunchtime, just so we could drive around, see some stuff, get some food. But nighttime streams definitely will be in the future as well. And Mike was with me in the last one. He could vouch. They are pretty fun. So I probably will be solo on the next one since it's going to be daytime. Most people have normal jobs and who are working. But my plan is in the near future to get a group of us together, whether it be like, just example, Mike, RJ, Alan, or Adam, RJ, Alan, a combination of a few people to do a live stream together in the car. It'd be pretty fun. If you're watching your video this year at Knoebels, have you gone there or are you going there? Thank you, Rick. Can't see much aside from the road. Nighttime, can't sleep. Well, when I do nighttime streams, they're not that late. They're just in the evening, so. All right, Edward, see you then. Rent a bus. Who's going to pay for it, Justin? I mean, my escape holds around 200 people, so I mean, if we go above that, then we may need a van or a bus. See you, Brian. Yeah, and that's the other thing I was trying to explain to people too. Like, people are saying, oh, nighttime, because most people are working, or daytime because I'm not a nocturnal night owl. I have people from all different time zones watching, from different countries, and like Monica, who's out in California or Arizona, wherever she's at. So there's no perfect solution for it. That's why I do both daytime and nighttime, so that everyone at some point has a chance to watch live if they want to. '92 S10 pickup. Best type of vehicle with loudspeakers. Iris, I don't know. Maybe she found someone else's stock or to use the bathroom for. Get a limo for a few hours, get the whole crew. I mean, that wouldn't be a bad idea if everyone is willing to chip in. I say my handle name as Say Jin. Why are you telling me now? I've been calling you Sagan for the longest time. I should have just kept calling you Kelly. It's okay to correct me from the beginning. Jennifer calls shotgun. Well, Jennifer, good thing you called it first, because typically that's the most popular seat. All right, well, say Jin Rose. I will remember that, but probably just easier for me to call you Kelly. That's how I know you as. Well, if we got a limo, though, we'd have to at least come up with a destination. We don't want to just tell the limo driver just to drive randomly around. So we have to At least go somewhere fun, make it seem like we're celebrities or something. Sharon, yeah, my car does magically extend. It's a tight fit, but everyone is quite comfy and cozy back there in the back seat. Left another live stream tonight to watch me. Oh, thank you, Jill. You didn't have to do that. I'm not going to say who gets front seat. It's whoever gets in first, so. JP's Magic Mobile. Uber can drive around. Well, I used to be an Uber driver, so technically I would be driving everyone around off the clock. Do an Uber drive around video. That would be just too costly. I'd have to be paying the Uber driver to drive me around. I'd rather just drive myself. It looks like Jennifer calls shotgun, so you guys will have to contend with her. But it looks like as of right now, I'm not going to say for certain 100%, but I'm thinking probably Friday I will do, Thursday or Friday, I'll do a daytime live stream. And then for nighttime, obviously I can't do this weekend because Saturday is the ghost hunt. Sunday is my Sunday night live. So if we do another nighttime stream, at the very earliest it'd be the following weekend. So, but Thursday or Friday, as long as nothing comes up, you know, to cause any issues, I will do a daytime, lunchtime stream around there. Probably start around 11 a.m. Stream for a couple hours. Chat with you better if I did Uber. That is true, but like I said, Uber, I know firsthand because I was an Uber driver for 6 months. Uber is not cheap to drive around for a long time, so. Unless, you know, somebody else is willing to drive, you know, I stream from the passenger seat, you know, that's always an option, but they're not driving my car. That's only for me. Now, the other thing I was talking about too, I think to Adam, when we were together the other day doing the Kirby Park Zoo live stream, is that I wouldn't mind live streaming in different towns, like down by RJ. It's like RJ and Alan live a little bit of a distance from us, like me, Adam, and Mike pretty much live, you know, within close proximity to each other, like under 30 minutes. The other guys like Alan, RJ, Matt, Jake, they all live well over an hour away. Some of them over 2 hours away. So I wouldn't be against live streaming in different towns closer down to them or other places. I just don't know as far as network how it would do down there. So the places I go around here, I know I have good signal. That's why I drive the areas I do, because the stream is good quality. There's no interruptions. There's no issues. If I go to a different town farther away that I'm not super familiar with, or is more kind of in the boonies or the sticks, there's a good chance the stream might not cooperate. So unfortunately, that is something I have to contend with. I can't control where they put network towers at, but I try to make it so I don't have any complications or technical issues. Good night there, Stephen. Sharon's been good. She's not running behind. JP Adventure Bus. Well, Jill, I bet you want to be on that bus too, right? I'll have to save you a seat. Looking forward to more live streams. You got it, Sajin. Saturday Night Live. Well, Saturday, well, are you talking about the TV show? Or like I said, my paranormal investigation will be Saturday night live if the weather permits. Alan's on top of David, windsurfing. You guys are already making seating arrangements. It's pretty funny. You guys know the rules of the car. You keep it clean, no pushing, shoving, no crumbs, no footprints on the carpet. And I'll be a happy camper. In Texas, you couldn't have your camera or whatever on to distract you. Even if you use it as like GPS. I mean, they wouldn't really know what it's on for. But I guess I'm glad I'm not in Texas then. Noticed your recent video sound setup works well with streaming. Do you mean the one from this past Sunday? If that is the case, then that's because of this bad boy right here. Hey, there's Carly. Just got off work. Well, thanks for tuning in. Everyone bring drop cloths. Yeah, once you guys are outside on the roof, you guys could do whatever you want. I don't smell anything. I don't hear anything. So that works. Yeah, John, I'll do my best to get there. Looking forward to seeing your videos. Even if I catch the replay, I will definitely stop by and check them out. Hands-free, yeah. So I wouldn't, when I stream in the car, it's on a windshield mount, so I'd be good to go. All right, Gene, hope you feel better. Why aren't I using my big blue mic tonight? Because I'm not streaming through the streaming service or using my webcam. I'm on my phone right now, just to kind of make it more personal, a little more intimate. If I did do that, it would look like the Sunday night live stream on a Tuesday, so. Next fireworks display, probably springtime. Doing for my birthday. Well, Wednesday, March 4th is my birthday. I'm obviously going to stream with you guys to kind of hang out with you guys, my favorite people on my birthday. Definitely be having some cake. On Sunday the 8th, as part of, I'm considering that weekend my birthday weekend, Sunday the 8th, I'm going to do some exploring with a lot of my favorite people. And that Saturday the 7th, hoping to go to a location I've been meaning to go to for a while. Not going to say what it is yet until I actually know whether or not it's going to happen. So, see you, Retro. What kind of cake? Chocolate or funfetti works for me. I don't care who complains about eating cake. It's my birthday. I'm going to eat whatever the heck I want. Monica, well, first, thank you for the super chat. I believe they take 30%, so I get 70. I know it's less than half. It's around between 20 and 35. I think 30, though. You too, Cherry. Happy early birthday to you. So hopefully you guys could tune in that Wednesday. It'll be evening time just to hang out with me. You know, I'm not sure if I'll be home or out somewhere, but I am going to make it a point to stream probably for about an hour maybe, just to kind of say hello and to hang out with all of you. You do you. It's your birthday. Well, I do me just about every day, even if it's not my birthday. Favorite cake, obviously chocolate, but like I said, I like funfetti too, with this baked in like this. They're almost like sprinkles, I guess, but it's like the little color things. And I usually get the blue vanilla frosting. It's a bit, but I mean, I'm getting 70% of a donation, so I'm okay with that. Patreon takes something, PayPal takes something. It's the only time I get a full donation if it's sent through my PO box. Obviously, if you send cash or something like that, I get to keep that. But PayPal takes a little cut out. Patreon takes a small cut. It's just the way it is. You know, you take the good with the bad. JP eating cake. Can't get enough chocolate. Glazed donuts. So I'll have to save those for another drive stream. I'm not going to, probably won't eat donuts for my birthday. I'd rather just have cake. Alice Fink says, come check out the cemetery near you on Foot Ave in Duryea. Is there anything unique or interesting about it? Yeah, Monica, the P.O. Box and all my contact information is every video description. People like Barbara sends me something on a weekly basis, as well as many other people who do send mail, letters, food to try. The only thing I do ask, though, has happened in the past. I encourage you, if anyone ever sends a donation through my P.O. box, please don't send a check, because people in the past have sent a check and putting paid to JPVideos. Well, I don't have a business account, and they won't cash it for me as a personal account, so I'm kind of stuck with it. There's times I had to contact the person and say, just cancel the check. If you want to send a money order or cash, that's welcome, but personal checks don't work because I don't have a business account, at least not right now. Cash is probably the best method. Dang, now you want cake. Well, let's go make some, Jennifer. As long as it's not, the only type of cake I don't like, I shouldn't say the only type, but I don't like German chocolate cake because I think there's coconut in that. I don't like carrot cake, but vanilla, chocolate, funfetti, even red velvet, I'm good with any of those. I mean, it is frustrating, but they could very well just take the super chat feature away. I wouldn't get nothing. So, I mean, I can always try to look at the positive things. Oh, Alan, that's one thing I do have to disagree with. There is some cakes I don't like I mentioned, so. And money orders, they do cash those for me at the check cashing places. But again, I prefer not to get a check or money order. Cash always works best. But, you know, donating on Patreon, PayPal, or Super Chat, everything's done electronically, where you don't have to worry about anything. Yes, I do take a little cut of it, but you don't have to worry about, I don't have to worry about any, you know, trying to cash checks or anything like that. Red velvet is your favorite, then we definitely get along there, Jennifer. I'm not sure if you saw the video too. Over the summer, I did make deep fried red velvet Oreos. Those were so good. Devil's food cake, it's okay. Find a stamp, pen, and envelope, yeah. Most people don't know how to use snail mail anymore. Now, Barb is the complete opposite. Barb doesn't do anything electronically. She said from day one, if you ever get a P.O. box, I will send you stuff. And it took me a little while to get the P.O. box, but I did it, and she's kept her word on it. Some people prefer the electronic method because it's just quick and easy and done, and you don't have to worry about getting out a pen and paper and stamps. Cemetery looks old. I'm not sure if I know where that is. I mean, I know where Foot Ave is, but I don't know of a cemetery there. So Alice, if you want, you're welcome to message me through my email or Facebook with any information you could share about it. See you, Penny. Happy early birthday. Set in our ways. Yeah, and Jill, I'm not sure I don't think there was mail yesterday. I did check my P.O. box today. There was nothing in there yet. But I will check it later in the week. And like I said, I'll open it Sunday, like I do with everything else. Gonna have to get something. That's why I was having my snack here, Alan. These new peanut butter strawberry poppers kind of take the hunger away for a while, so. Yeah, getting mail is definitely more personal, and to me, it's both exciting and very thoughtful, you know, knowing that people took the time out of their day to write a handwritten letter, to think of an item to send to me. It just goes a long way in your head. You know, it means more than just the item itself. Big 40. So that means you're the new 20. So happy 20th birthday there, Trisha. Yeah, it's nice to get mail when it's not bills. All right, Monica? Have not been to Massachusetts. I'm technically still a teenager. I'll be turning 19 March 4th. I always like to use that reference. It's from the movie 40-Year-Old Virgin, where they say 40 is the new 20. So if I'm turning 39, that must mean I'm 19. Does Lily have sketch pencils? I'm getting a box ready for her. She has a whole bunch of art supplies. I don't know exactly what she has. She has pencils, markers, bunch of different sketch pads and stuff like that. I'll have to ask her, but I know she has a whole desk full of stuff. I know Christmas we got her tons of art stuff. Ice cream cake. I'm not a huge fan of ice cream cake. I will eat it, obviously. I'm not going to turn it down, but I just prefer traditional cake. I haven't gone to Dairy Queen in a while. You know, I used to stop there and get those blizzards. I haven't done one of those in a while, so maybe we'll do that for the daytime stream. Be 42 in April. Well, Jen, according to your picture on here, you don't look close to that age, so I guess you're doing something right. Oh, Tom, you know what? Get off my stream. Ice cream cake all the way. Can't believe you'd say such a thing. Daughter's 35, son's 28. You're only as old as you feel. An addiction to ice cream. So does Jill. So you can eat ice cream anytime. And those of you may not have heard, I will be doing a Chow Time episode from an ice cream shop locally. They are giving me permission to come there to show how they make some of the specialty ice cream treats that they have and to taste test a bunch of their different flavors. So we'll be doing a special Saturday afternoon ice cream Chow Time episode in the very near future. I think you're like 37 or so on that pic. Oh, so you're one of those people going on the dating sites and using your older photos. This is when I looked my best. I could tell you some funny experiences. You know, before I met Jill, I was on dating websites. You know, they were really popular back in the, you know, Facebook days. Not Facebook days, AOL days. They used to have like Love at AOL and Plenty of Fish. I was on different dating sites, and more times than I could count, people would have photos that were not really accurate of how they look in modern day. And then when you meet in person, you're like, are you the same person? Sometimes it doesn't go so good. No, I haven't been to any cemeteries in Staten Island. Sheets looks like a great place for ice cream. They have the new Sheets, I shouldn't say new, but the newly remodeled Sheets do have soft ice cream machines there now, but the ice cream is kind of like icy. It's not really creamy, which I like. Now the milkshakes aren't bad. They do have for real milkshakes, and the machine mixes it right there for you. I did a review on that. Those are pretty good. Just not a selfie kind of girl. Well, I'm sure you have someone take a picture for you, but at least you're not one of those people that take the weird like selfie like this where they're like looking at a weird angle, trying to like hide their flaws. A good old portrait works very well. Yahoo chat rooms, I remember those. No, I don't like Italian ice. Well, Jill, I'm younger than you and I got the grades too, so gives a character. I know, Alan. Fortunately, ice cream was in the cards, but we got donuts, didn't we? Yeah, the classic bathroom pic where you see the stalls in the background as they're just... The best is when they're standing there looking at the phone. Instead of looking at the mirror at the camera, they're staring at the screen on the phone, and you see the bathroom in the background. Those are classic. You take too many body pics. I do take selfies, but pretty much only when I'm out exploring, just to show where I've been, more so from memory. But I'm not the type to sit here at the house and be like, you know, taking different poses or doing the duck face. Like, that's definitely not me. I typically like to do the color pop ones where the background is black and white. I'm in color. And I don't smile. I smile sometimes. I don't know. Sometimes I prefer just to have a natural look on my face. Women love bathrooms. Yes, that is the gossip room. Especially if you're out on a date at the nightclub or a bar or a restaurant. We have to use the women's room. You know very well they're not going in there to take a crap. They're going in there to talk crap about you. Never taken a selfie. Well, Michelle, you're probably one of the few people that could say that. So stand your ground. Don't take one. Toilets in the Coke room? What's the Coke room? Duck face. Quack quack. I was just watching that the other day on Netflix. You sunk my battleship. Video of a shower won't hurt no one. Ah. I wouldn't know anything about that, Tom. Well, Terry, let me ask you. If you don't want to share, you don't have to. But, you know, it's usually known if you meet someone at a bar, it's usually for a quick get-together. Did it start like that? Where you guys went home together and turned into more? Or was it just you met, got along, and started talking to each other and went on dates? Because most people don't say they met at a bar. It's very rare that anything long-lasting happens in a bar. It's usually for a quick, you know, turn in the hay, whatever it's called. Good shows on Netflix. I don't watch a whole lot of shows. I like movies, comedy movies. Don't own a cell phone. Yeah, that could be a problem for taking a selfie. Just your cat and you. There's nothing wrong with that. At least you have peace and quiet whenever you want. Friends that knew each other and introduced to each other. Okay, so kind of not the norm for most bar situations. Yeah, the whole one night stands, that's what the usually Tinder's known for, or Plenty of Fish, those dating sites. Sometimes, you know, if you're someone who's not, I should say, someone who's been single for a while, sometimes like the whole one night stand or friend with benefit thing is almost better than actual dating, because dating nowadays, I mean, not that I know anything about it because I've been with Jill for a long time, but just, you know, what you hear on social media, that people are, you know, very dishonest or fake, and there's a lot of unnecessary drama with people cheating, stuff like that. So sometimes just a physical relationship is sometimes even better than having a regular serious commitment, because it's hard to find someone. That's like a needle in a haystack trying to find someone you could trust, someone that's not playing games with you. So you got to do it safely, though. A lot of crazies out there too. Geez, Jennifer, that sounds like bad luck. Hopefully you recovered okay. But yeah, understandable as to why your picture isn't up to date. But hopefully you have a good quality of life, though. That sounds pretty terrible what happened. Alan had to get cookies. Work sucks. Dating sucks, so you work 60 hours a week. Well, you're keeping yourself busy at least. Jay's man stalker, yeah. Why couldn't it be like at least like a semi-attractive woman who's stalking me instead of some older guy? You are not the father. Maury has a lot of business, yeah. I love when the woman's, I'm 150% sure he is the father. Look at it on the screen. They got the same noses. You are not the father. They go running off the stage. Well, Jennifer, that's something I was saying similar to in this live stream the other day at the Kirby Park Zoo when we encountered a lot of signs of homeless people, to be blessed and thankful for what you do have. There's always somebody that has it worse than you out there. So even though unfortunate situations do happen, there's always something that you can look on the bright side for. ICQ chat, not sure what that is. Can't trust pics nowadays. Yes, that's the whole other thing, Brenda. The whole filter thing. How many people that I see on Facebook using the friggin' filter with the little ears and the little button nose and the perfect skin tone? Oh, come on now. We all know darn well 5 years ago you didn't have ears and a button nose. Good night, Monica. Chocolate cookies with chocolate cream in them. Alan, you better share with me. But the walking cane aside and walking on your own, well, that's excellent news there, D. Sandlin. Hope you keep up the progress. ICQ is a chat room. Okay. The only chat room I knew was like the Yahoo chat rooms, and not sure. I can't remember if AOL had chat rooms or not. They may have. You can have a few if you want, Jay. Very kind of you, Alan. Well, Jill, good to hear they have an outlook like that, calling it an adventure instead of a unfortunate part of your life. So having that type of thinking or way of thinking goes a long way. You're inside. This is weird. Not really, Adrian. I'm inside more often than not. Never know when someone's going to start following you down the road, so. Travis Baker loves the videos. Thank you so much. Good night, Barb. I'm not having a premiere tomorrow, but there will be a regularly scheduled upload. So if I don't see you in the comments, I'll probably see you in the drive stream Thursday or Friday. Shell Imi, if I pronounce that right. Hello. Good evening, Len. Glass of milk to go with the cookies. AOL was shut off like 2 a.m. You know what? I used to get AOL for free too. I was so cheap back in the day. A lot of businesses, like even I think, I don't know if it was Kmart or Walmart or where, but they used to have the free trial discs of AOL. So you pop it in your computer, sign up, and you get like 30 days free. I would do that and then cancel it before the 30 days. Grab another disc, do it again. I actually did pronounce it correctly. Not many people do. Oh, lucky me. I'm literally curing your boredom. Thanks, Adrian. Well, I know this is not very exciting, but I guess it's better than nothing. Oh yeah, I do remember that chat room was full when you try to go into a room. Yeah, now that I think of it, I do remember those. LaGrange, Georgia. 56K modem days. Yeah, I got my first computer, I think I was 16, I got it, 16 or 17. And we had to get a second phone line put in so we could have the dial-up internet for it. That's when I remember I was working at Walmart at the time. So yeah, I was around 16, 17 years old. I was asking the guy I was working with, like, how do you send an email, or how do you do this, how do you do that? I had no knowledge of computers or internet or anything. I was so new, so like such a rookie to it. And after getting some general knowledge, I started getting the hang of it. But I didn't know anything about firewalls back then, or like, you know, the can't remember the name of it. The security that always came with the computer. Norton antivirus. I didn't know anything about that stuff. I'm like, what's all this stuff do? You know. Then I found AOL, found Yahoo, had AOL Instant Messenger, had Yahoo Messenger. But met a lot of weird people, but met a lot of fun people too. It's when I did a lot of my dating, was meeting people online. Yeah, I had MySpace. I had MySpace for not a super long time, but when Facebook came out, I remember I didn't even want to switch to Facebook. I'm like, no, I'm staying on MySpace. But then everyone I knew on MySpace was going to Facebook, so I had no choice but to go. What brand of laptop do you use? Right now I'm using it's a new gaming laptop I bought. Let me see. I can't remember the thing about it. Give me 1 second here. Can't remember the name of it, but it says EGLP5, 64-bit operating system, 16 gigs of RAM, Intel Core i7 processor. Oh, Evo Gaming, EVOO Gaming, came from Walmart. It's a new gaming laptop that they have, and I got on sale. But before that, I had a Toshiba laptop, Toshiba satellite laptop, which I still have, but it's outdated. It's sluggish. It still works, but it wouldn't allow me to do the Sunday night live streams on there without it freezing up. So I was forced to buy a new laptop, which I'm using right now, and the thing is so ridiculously fast and smooth. It's crazy. Big shout out to Jason Voorhees. Yep, there he is. On there for a hot minute to move to the dark side. Rich Keys, love the videos. Thank you. Put the mask on? Any particular reason why? Yeah, remember you pick up the phone and hear ding, 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 like the crazy noise it makes. You right there, Alice? Jill, are you having vodka and cranberry juice yet again? That's like your go-to. Neil Cliff do a video of Tannersville's cranberry bog. I never heard of that. I don't know anything about it. But I'd say maybe reach out to him. And if he wants me to tag along, then that's fine. He's not an easy person to make plans with. He's very anti-social networking type of individual. It takes a long time to get responses from him, and he doesn't reach out all that often. So we still keep in touch, but whenever we do videos together, it's usually a lot of pre-planning. But he's supposed to be coming Saturday for the paranormal investigation. Him and several other people. So it's going to be a collaboration of a bunch of people. But primarily it's going to be myself live streaming it, Alan filming it for his channel, and the other people who are coming, Mike is going to be one of them. If they choose to film for their channels, that's up to them. But I know some people are coming just for the experience. Next adventure. Can't give you any spoilers, June. She just finished the bottle. Would you just put a straw in it? Yeah, I remember that one with Kevin Bacon. Dollar Tree's a gold mine. Yeah, they are pretty spicy. I remember too, for the one year for Christmas, I received one of those scanners. It was like the tabletop unit, you know, it would plug into the wall at the antenna, and you could like listen to specific channels. They punch in like the channel code or whatever, or you just let it scan. Well, this was probably in the 90s sometime. I think I was a teenager at the time. I remember cordless house phones, the scanner would pick those up. So I was able to hear people in the vicinity having conversations. Only one way, I could only hear the person talking out. I remember I was able to listen on phone calls through that scanner. I don't believe it was cell phones. I think it was actual house cordless phones. I remember hearing the one conversation of someone talking about this girl and her friend going to a strip club. It was called, it was either the Diamond Club or Super Dads, one of them. But they were talking about how they went shopping for lingerie and going to do amateur night, I think it was. It was kind of funny though. You're listening on someone's actual phone call. They have no idea you're listening, but that was the technology back then. And then they updated however cordless phones work for households where it doesn't come through the scanner frequency or whatever. But listen to a lot of crazy phone calls when I had that. Oh Lord. Yeah, the 10 channels. I remember that. You had to switch channels. All right, Rob, thanks for hanging out tonight. Glad to see you stuck around and didn't bail on me for someone else's video. Just kidding. Streakers in Longview, Texas. You know, they have two, in a lot of the truck stops, they call them lot lizards. You know what a lot lizard is? How come we only have like 15 people talking, 140 people watching? I don't understand. Used to be one. Used to be what? Never heard of it? A lot lizard was basically, how to put this politely, like a prostitute at the truck stops. They would, you know, service guys in their trucks. We had those at Walmart. Should try to make the foreign foods. I don't. probably wouldn't come out anything like it's supposed to taste like. Did I ever meet exploring with Josh? No, I have no desire to. Yeah, truck to truck. I used to have a CB in my one pickup truck, and when you're on channel 19, the trucker channel, sometimes you can hear them when you're driving by the truck stops talking about, oh yeah, we got another lot lizard tonight. Did I get more Aldrich Ruffles? No. I mean, I believe they're only up in Canada. There might be some like international stores that sell them, but I've only had the ones that came in my Munch Pack box. Look bluer than blue now. Well, Richard, hope you're doing okay with the surgery. Yeah, the foreign foods, like I said, I do get foreign foods. Munch Pack, my food subscription service or snack service, sends me snacks from all around the world, so that's pretty much my only way of trying them. Castley's unfinished cement land in St. Louis, Missouri. Oh, it would take some money for me to travel to Missouri. That would be the number one thing. I mean, I'm not opposed to trying to make new things, but myself and Jill are not really that great of cooks or bakers, but there's some stuff I can make really well. Some stuff kind of would rather not try to make. I think it would just be a waste of money and ingredients, but who knows? Maybe I'll try something new. Oh, Michelle, you get them whenever you want. Yeah, I've had Smarties before. What ones have I worked with? You mean YouTubers, Travis? Yes, Tabby, better late than never. I've eaten your food before, JP, and you and Jill make great food. Yeah, that was 4th of July party. We do, like I said, the stuff we make, we know how to make well, but we don't know how to make a whole variety of things. We're not great at trying new things, but some stuff we do make pretty good. So, glad you enjoyed the food, though. As far as other explorers, I primarily collaborate with channels that are smaller than me for multiple reasons. Number one, when I started out doing YouTube, I had no one to guide me, to show me how to do things, to be a role model or a teacher of sorts. I am self-taught on how to do videoing, editing, research, everything I do. So I like to kind of be not a role model, but just someone to kind of guide newcomers on the right way to do things, how to use equipment, how to make videos presentable. So I typically work with channels that are usually smaller than me. There's another reason too, is because a lot of larger channels, larger than me, sometimes even channels that are around my size, people have really bad egos or egotistical. You know, they come off arrogant, like they're better than other people. Most people who have smaller channels are not like that. So 99% of the people I do collaborate or work with do have smaller channels, and I usually try my best to provide a helping hand to get them kind of pointed in the right direction to be successful. Yeah, mentor, that's what I'm trying to get to say. Can you teach me? I could teach anyone, Cindy. If I could teach myself, I could teach anyone. A lot of YouTubers with over 5,000 subs usually ignore their subscribers. I have noticed that, and that's something I will never understand. No matter how large I am, I will never ignore anyone. or else, I mean, a lot of people don't do what I'm doing right now, spending their evening or late night, sitting here answering your questions. And I literally take at least an hour each day to go through my comments. I receive hundreds of comments a day from all my videos. I spend at the very minimum an hour to go through and either give the comment a heart, to answer the question, to thank them for watching. I do my best to acknowledge almost everybody that I can. I think it says something about the person, Somebody takes time to write a comment, to watch the video, to give it a thumbs up. They deserve to be acknowledged and responded to. I know channels both large and small that never respond to comments. I know channels large and small that do live streaming. You very rarely ever get acknowledged in the live stream. So unless I'm busy doing something in the live stream, like I'm preoccupied with something, obviously I can't read your comment then. But like right now, I'm doing my best to respond to everyone. When I do my Sunday night live stream, I do take moments out of that stream to read your comments. And I always watch the replays. Some people may not understand why, but just to make sure that I don't miss anything that was maybe something important that was said, and just to see people's reactions to certain things. So I know how it is to be someone who watches videos and to be ignored, to not be acknowledged. I am one of those people still to this day. Some people's channels I don't watch anymore because they don't take the time to appreciate their viewers. So it is time consuming to read everyone's comments, but at the end of the day, it's good for both you and for the viewers. Louisiana woman, Cindy says. I believe you told me that. Thank you, Dwayne. I try to surround myself with people that are, the way I like to put it, is like-minded individuals. We have similar personalities, similar interests. I never would see myself hanging out. Like somebody asked about exploring with Josh. I never met him. I don't know him as a person. All I could base on is what I see him on camera, the way he acts in his videos. He's really high energy, over the top, tries to make it really like super serious, super engaging, like, oh my God, guys, you aren't gonna believe what happened. Like that's not my style. So I wouldn't see myself hanging around or doing collaboration with someone like that. Not to say he's not a good person. I just never met him, but I wouldn't see myself being around someone like that. Dog Patch in Jasper, Arkansas. I'm just reading some of your comments here. Did ignore you, never forget that. Well, thanks, Adrian. You're welcome, Dwayne. Thank you, Sharon. Thank you, Tabby. Yeah, D Sandlin, crazy bunch, but I always say hi. I always look forward to seeing you guys, regardless of whatever we do or talk about. Hanging out with you guys puts a smile on my face each and every time. I've even had people too, like I said, I get a lot of people that reach out to me like, hey, I'm retired, or I have a sickness or an illness, or I can't walk anymore, I can't get out and about, who enjoy the videos. It makes them feel like they still have a sense of adventure, which is, it really reassures what I'm doing is the right thing as far as my content goes. The other aspect, there's certain people that reach out to me that don't have anyone in their life that's close to them. They don't have friends, they don't have family. So if I take the time to respond to their comment, it makes them feel like, hey, someone actually out there actually knows who I am. They acknowledged me, they responded to me. It might put a smile on their face, even for 5 minutes. That's someone that didn't know that they even exist, that now does. So something as simple as just giving a comment a heart, or saying thanks for watching, or answering, a lot of people answer, hey, when are you coming to Tennessee again? I'll respond to your question. Or, what's your scariest adventure? I take the time to respond because I know how it is not to get acknowledged or responded to. So it just is really heartwarming to know that people enjoy the content for multiple reasons. But the people that can't get out and explore, I hope that never happens to me. I would be devastated if I could never get out and do what I do right now from either a car accident or an illness or something health-wise related. That would be devastating. So I could definitely feel for people that can't live the life that they wish they could. JD says, I wouldn't expect a YouTuber to respond. It could be quite overwhelming. But you have to understand, if you're going to be a YouTuber, that is part of being one. You know, like this, I don't see this as a job, but this is my job. I make videos for a living. This is my main source of income. And if I didn't respond to you guys or didn't take the time to get to know each other on a personal level, I may not have the numbers that I have. I may not have the success that I have. I may not have the awesome group of extended family that comes to join me on these live streams and videos. So I think it would only hurt you if you didn't respond to people. Like, I don't know. I would just never be that type of person. Tom, I'm sure you have some friends. At least you do with us, or else we wouldn't invite you out. So thank you, Ace. Thank you, April. You're welcome, Charles. Just scrolling through the comments here. Kenny the Dio says, been watching for hours now. Always wanted to do what you do. Thank you. I always tell people, like, some people comment too, saying, hey, if you're ever down this way, I'd love to go exploring with you, or I'd love to meet up with you and go exploring. As fun as that does sound, don't ever wait for an excuse to go exploring, or as I say, explore your world. You don't need me to go exploring. You could find things anywhere that you live to explore, whether it be a beautiful waterfall, a historic location. There's always something you could go out and see on your own or with friends. So don't ever look for an excuse like, oh, I would go do that, but I have no one to go with. You could go yourself. You could find groups locally. You don't need myself to do it just because you enjoy my content. If that was the case, if I was able to afford it, I would travel all over the country and meet you guys and take you exploring. Realistically, that's not going to happen. But I do try to host these meetups that I do schedule to give people a chance to meet me, to come out, explore, or learn something new, to meet new people. So that's my way of kind of opening up my life to you with the meetup events. I know not everyone can attend because everyone doesn't live in Pennsylvania, but we're going to have meetups in New Jersey. Hoping to have one down in Maryland, maybe New York. But there's other groups, there's other YouTubers in your states that you could meet up with and do what you want to do. You know, don't put it off. Get out and explore your world. That's what I say. And Adam, too, I'm not sure if you watched the replay of our live stream from Kirby Park Zoo. I watched it, and you had quite a few comments, people saying they want to see you, I believe, on the Sunday night stream, even the drive stream. But I know there's a few people saying the Sunday night stream, they want to see you on here because you're a wealth of knowledge, very, smart when it comes to certain things. So you do have some fans out there that do want to see you more. So, like I said, I'm going to be scheduling you guys coming up in the next several weeks. Yeah, like Tom said, that website, Only Your State, does have good locations you could find. I think I should go back to the Kirby Park Zoo and oversee the restoration. I don't think restoration's even been considered at this point. Probably more like demolition would be what's going to happen there. Yeah, there's Facebook groups. There's even a website called, I think it's meetup.com, where you could join meetup groups in your area. I know I used to belong to it. There was hiking groups. There's singles groups on there. There's reading groups, game night groups. Just do a search. You know, internet is your best friend when it comes to researching things. You know, if you live in a particular state or city where you don't know what there is to see or do, or people to do things with, Facebook is a great tool with a lot of groups. I belong to groups with abandoned rails, train tunnels, exploring, and you get to meet a lot of different people, learn about a lot of new areas. But like I said, the website meetup.com, I think it's called. You could put in your location, find out what meetup groups are available. They typically get together a couple times a month. That's a great way to meet new people, to get out, see new things in your area. So that's just a suggestion. I think the chat froze on me. Give me a second here. Yeah, going on the phone, it froze on the computer here. Oh yeah, we're back. Okay. I have a big mine I'm going to be doing in the springtime too. It's up in New York, called the Widow Jane Mine. It's an old, I think it's a limestone mine they used to make, or a concrete mine. I forget what it is, but it's a huge mine now. They actually use it for some concert venues, but it's a public mine you can go to. But it's called the Widow Jane Mine. That's one of the places on my list I'm going to get to. I think it's closed right now, but it opens in the spring. How do you find the places you get recommended to you? Like I mentioned, websites, Facebook, word of mouth, driving around. There's a bunch of different ways to find out about locations. Like Tom said, there's locations I found on YouTube as well. Jinx is finally laying down. He was on the stream earlier. See you, Dwayne. Yeah, I'm going to be ending things pretty soon here, too. I have a steady amount of viewers, just not a whole lot of conversation here, so you know, maybe people are dozing off with the stream going. Flying a drone into an underground mine or cave, well, for one, unless it's like a sport or non-GPS drone, it's not going to go because you won't have GPS signal. Number two, if it was to crash, there's a chance you may not get it back or it may get ruined. So that's definitely risky doing that. Doing good, Lisa. How are you? Reading. Not a whole lot to read, not a whole lot of comments. Monica, are you daydreaming again? Thinking of someone else? Hunbirder, did I get the pic I sent you? Which picture is that? I get a bunch of emails every day. Were you the one that asked me about the Patreon thing? Is that you? What type of footwear do you recommend? I typically wear either hiking shoes or boots, like construction boots. Depends though, you know, sometimes sneakers work too. Yeah, Dada, I am much better now, thankfully. Yeah, I saw the picture. I didn't really know what to think of it. It was definitely strange, I will say that. Okay, I think Jill officially had too much to drink. Wear just my apron and cook something in the kitchen. Oh, can only imagine what's going through your head now. You're welcome, Lotus. Thanks for coming by. Those are her words, not mine. How do you change your YouTube name but not have it change on all your names? YouTube name gets changed under the settings. So if you're on your main YouTube channel, you have your little icon up in the right hand corner. Click on that, and there's a place that takes you, I think, to Google. It changes through Google itself. You could basically Google it or YouTube search it, how to change your name. Sally, all that information is listed below every video description. P.O. Box, email, merchandise shop, Patreon page, everything is listed below every video description. The open door policy is nothing, that's not an official term. That's just something I made up. When I come to an abandoned location, if the door's open, I'm like, oh, they have the open door policy for us. That's not an actual policy. That's just something I made up. Huell Hauser, I've not watched him. How far from home are your usual videos? It's tough to say. I mean, I've filmed all the way down in Tennessee, North Carolina, and Florida. I filmed New Jersey, New York, Maryland. If I'm in Pennsylvania, though, typically under an hour. But there are times I do go really far away. Yeah, it's my own policy. Yeah, manual flying is fun. I started, my first drone was a SEMA X8C. It was the Phantom clone. Learned flying on that. Had a little credit card stabilizer, action cam mounted to it. So I learned how to fly on that manually. Open toilet policy. Well, I'm sure that applies too. Thank you, Deborah. I have not been to Kentucky. Have you ever went deer hunting? I got my hunting license when I turned 12. My father took me to the wherever it is they take you to get the class to get the pass to get your license and learn everything. Went hunting for that season. That was it. I'm not a hunter. When will I be back in Florida? Never can tell. I do want to get back, so sometime soon. Oh, Daisy, I'm glad to hear it got you through your stay. Hopefully you're doing better. Pick up fireworks in Kentucky. Well, thankfully here in Pennsylvania they are illegal now, so I could buy them wherever I want, anytime I want. Your look when reading chat is sometimes so funny. Sometimes I have to concentrate, like... My brother's big into hunting. He goes every year. He's also big into fishing too. Like I said, fishing I did enjoy, but don't have the patience for it. %18 tax. Sales tax is only 6%. I mean, the places I go to, if I pay cash, all they do is just charge the regular sales tax. Yeah, they definitely are hilarious. All right, Kenny, have a good one. It also helps when I've made a video on the one firework location that I buy from. I made a video for them and put it on YouTube, so he always gives me a deal. But there's a place out in Hawley by Lake Wallenpaupack that I've been buying to the last couple of years, and they have hooked me up pretty good with deals. Thanks, Deborah. It's actually just my little corner of my basement here. Well, I guess there, I mean, I'm sure there is the 18% tax, but like I said, the ones I go from, I do know they give you a deal if you pay cash. And like I said, the one I know the owner, because I did a video for his business, he not only gives me a deal, but kind of throws in some stuff for free. But I do know some places, though, if I pay credit card, which I don't like to do, it's more expensive. I know Phantom Fireworks is a huge ripoff. Their prices are outrageous. Even though they have really cool stores, their prices are like 20 to 40% more than some of the places I buy from. I go to Phantom, you know, I'll go through the store to look around and see what products they have, but I won't buy from them. Even like the buy one, get one free, you're still paying full price, you know, for 2 items, even if it's free. It's just crazy how much they charge. So many abandoned coal mines. Yes, there is. Did find out too recently, I could actually share some information as an update. You guys may remember, it was called the Glenburn Mine in Shamokin. I made 2 or 3 videos there. I was there once with Bernie from Bernie's Model Railroading. I was also there with Cliff. Oh yeah, so it was 3 times. I was there with Cliff and my friend Jeff. And that was the old mining company there. They had some structures there, these big tanks, stairs that went up the side of the mountain. The big hoist was still there, and an actual abandoned mine that we went into. Me and Cliff went in all the way to find it. They actually razed that whole property. The structures are gone. The mine has been buried. Everything's almost unrecognizable now. So that property there, that was there for the longest time, which was considered the largest man-made mountain in the world, has been, I guess you could say, reclaimed, mine reclamation. So the structures are gone, the tanks are gone. The only thing that's still there is these big concrete walls that were used for the construction of it. But the mine's gone. Everything is all unrecognizable now. So that has changed, which is unfortunate because that was a really cool place, but that stuff is bound to happen sooner than later. Enjoy the abandoned zoo video. Thanks, Barb. July 1st is your birthday. Look at you, Stephanie. I love 4th of July is my holiday. Is it still up on your channel, Jay? Which one, Monica? The one I was talking about, the Glenburn mine? Let me see here. I know it's still my channel. Let me see if they're actually public or not. Yeah, those videos are still on there. If you search Glenburn Mine, Glenburn Mine, there's at least 3 videos there for me. And we went inside the mine, showed the property and everything. Well, some mines they leave open for animal habitats. A lot of them, like with bats, what they typically do is put what is called the bat gates. And you'll see these big metal bars that prevents people from going in, but allows bats to go in there to use as a habitat. That's a lot of the reason why they don't seal them up. Sometimes they use them for drainage from like roadway sewers to drain rainwater, storm water into the mines. So they use them for certain situations depending on its location. But DEP, though, once they find out that people are finding them and exploring them, they either get backgated up or sealed up completely, because their biggest worry, coal mines, unfortunately, are the most dangerous mines to explore. Out west, there's hard rock mines, there's copper, silver, gold mines. They're usually built in solid bedrock, even I think they call it placer mines. It's like old riverbeds. Those are a lot safer. The coal mines are extremely dangerous, not only for gas levels, but structural integrity. And they go all the way down to Virginia too. But when you go in those mines, if they were to collapse or you get trapped with bad gas, there's safety crews that have to go in there to rescue you or to recover you, putting their lives at risk. That's why there's so much against it with abandoned coal mines. And that's why I can't film them anymore, because they see me as promoting this as a fun activity to go explore an abandoned coal mine. Even though I do it safely, they don't want to see other people going and doing it and getting themselves hurt or trapped. So that's why I can't film abandoned mines anymore, at least not here in Pennsylvania as far as coal mines go. I can still go to mine tours. As far as I know, people that explore mines out west have different rules or laws they have to apply under or follow. But unfortunately here in Pennsylvania, exploring any type of abandoned mine is highly frowned upon and potentially could land you on the wrong side of the law. So whatever mine videos are on my channel can stay on there, because a lot of the mines are no longer accessible. But any new ones, even if I do come across mines myself, I can't show them in the video. Even if I don't go in them, I can't even show the mine in the video. So if I was to do any type of exploring, I'd have to do it just solely, without any cameras involved. So, well, for me, it's worth going into a mine because a lot of the mines around here, there's mine groups called underground miners, breaker boys. Those are groups of guys who used to explore mines in the 90s, early 2000s. They actually have websites documenting all these mines. They found them, documented them, have maps of them, know the history of them. But there are still mines out there that have yet to be explored. And in those mines, you may find old artifacts like mine carts, drills, dynamite boxes, personal possessions. Those are things that you like to find that you can help try to preserve. But again, the danger risk is very high. You need multi-gas meters like hydrogen sulfide, oxygen, methane. So you need multi-gas meters, you need hard hats, you need to know how to read the geography in the mine. I was a really, really bad rookie at it. I got crucified by people when I first did the first couple of videos because I was doing it blatantly very unsafe. So I took the time to research it, buy the proper equipment, do it safely. That way I don't get myself in a potentially bad situation. Even though I am doing it safely, it's still not allowed or not permitted in the state of Pennsylvania. So, do I do massages? I have very strong hands, so if you have a knot, I could get it out. How'd you get into this? Just by nature. I've always been curious about things. I've been exploring abandoned houses since I was a teenager, so. Oh yeah, that's Frank, the Canadian guy. I watch him from time to time. I usually watch TVR exploring. Excuse me. Are they worried the mines could collapse? Yes. Not only collapse, I mean, typically mines that are still standing to this day are not going to collapse unless something causes it to collapse. Like if a lot of mines have timbers, which are called stalls, they are used to help keep the loose top from falling down. If it's built into bedrock, it's not going to go anywhere. But like loud sounds or vibrations can cause a collapse. Disturbances can cause it. But typically if you walk through a mine and are not loud, don't bang into things, it's not going to collapse on you. But coal is the decomposition of materials like plants and dirt and debris and everything like that, and produces methane and sucks out the oxygen. So you can walk into a pocket of that, not even realize it, and either if you have a lighter or exposed light, it could trigger an explosion. You could pass out from lack of oxygen. If you walk into hydrogen sulfide, that could kill you as well. There's a lot of unknown, I should say a lot of dangers that could be unknown to an amateur. If you don't have the proper meters or gas gauges, gas meters, you don't know those gases do exist because they're odorless. So there's an extreme amount of danger, unfortunately, in coal mines. Even though they're super fascinating, I love them. I love the history about them. I love learning about coal mining. It played a huge, important part in Pennsylvania. But if I want to do any abandoned mines, I'm going to have to go out west. So, yeah, black lung was another thing that miners had to deal with. But if you guys want to see any abandoned mines, I did, did make videos of. They are on my channel. You'd have to scroll back, maybe search abandoned mine JP video. But those mines, as far as I know, are no longer accessible. That's why I wasn't forced to take the videos down. The most recent one I had to take down was myself and Cliff. We were down. I call it the abandoned mystery door. It was those big metal doors, and it had a concrete incline shaft, and at the bottom of it was flooded. We only went in at about 20 feet. That caught attention of people, and me and Cliff both had to take that video down, as well as another one. So even though we still find locations, we can't show them in our videos, or we could potentially get in trouble. Good night, Tabby. But like I said, the mine tours I'm going to continue doing. I have done the Lackawanna coal mine tour, which I'm going to be doing again. I've done the Lansford number 9 mine. I'm going to be doing the Pioneer coal mine tunnel. I'm going to do the what did I say it was called? The Black Widow mine, I think it's called. What is it called? Black Widow mine? Oh, Widow Jane mine. Sorry, yeah, Widow Jane mine. That's another public mine. So the public mine places we could go to. Any odd, creepy, or unexplainable events happen on your ventures? I mean, I don't know if you mean paranormal stuff or like with other people or what, but I mean, some stuff, but nothing that's ever really scared me out of a location, though. Well, mines are notoriously prone to flooding and water, especially coal mines. Any operating mine back in the day, even now, deep underground mining, they have to run pumps 24/7. I'm going to be doing a video on what is called acid mine drainage. That is ore that is exposed to air and water, forms a rust color, and fills up the mines and leaks out. The reason that's happening is because when the mines shut down back in the 1900s, they were running pumps 24/7 so that the miners could work because they're below the water table. When the mines shut down, the pumps got shut off, the mines flood, that water has to seep out somewhere. There's actually flooding people's basements at one point. They had to drill boreholes to let that water pressure come out from under the ground, but now it's spilling out into the rivers in the area. So typically a deep mine here in Pennsylvania is going to have water in it. Even when you take tours of the mines, the Lackawanna coal mine tour, Lansford mine, probably also Pioneer mine, they most likely run pumps. There's always water dripping through. There's little channels they make to channel the water out because of continuous water seepage into the mines. Yeah, iron ore is making it turns into like sulfuric acid, so it's orange color, smells like rotten eggs. It's very acidic, stains everything orange, kills wildlife. But I will be doing a video on that, covering that, showing you a borehole in Lackawanna County, which is drilled in the Lackawanna River, sharing some details about it, and then doing some drone footage from the air, showing you how everything looks orange, and shows you where Lackawanna spills into the Susquehanna River, and even down by where we did the Knox Mine Tour video and Ghost Hunt, there too, acid mine drainage is pumping up out of the ground. Everything is a really bright orange, and it's not safe for consumption, you know. Yeah, Canada seems like they have the green light and out west, so definitely Pennsylvania is not mine exploring friendly, but I have spoken with Justin from TVR. He's like, hey, if you ever come out to Arizona, get in touch with me. I'll take you to some old abandoned mines, which would be pretty cool. Creator of diamonds, we could find real diamonds. That sounds pretty awesome. I'm not sure what Monica's getting into here. I'm going to have to watch the replay. Sharon, I don't remember you trying to convince me. If you have, you haven't tried very hard. Yeah, they didn't care because they were making some money off of it. So, and they're still supposed to make a facility to capture that acid mine drainage in Lackawanna County there, more specifically Old Forge. They're supposed to make a facility on mine reclamation land that's supposed to reroute the water into the facility and let the ores or the acidic water particles settle to the bottom and the fresh water come out. But they've been talking about it for years. I'm actually going to cover the details of that in that video. Yeah, the fracking junk as well, that causes the pollution too. $122. All right, I think I'm going to call it quits for tonight. I do have some stuff to do tomorrow. I don't want to stay up too late. But this was definitely fun. It's been a while, I think over a week since we did a late night stream. So I do want to thank everyone for coming out and hanging out with me tonight. Tomorrow will be a regular video, no premiere, just a regular uploaded video from something from this past weekend. And I will be doing a drive stream Thursday or Friday. It'll probably start around 11 o'clock time. So be on the lookout for that. And like I said, weather permitting, Saturday night will be a live paranormal investigation. Stay tuned to my community tab and Facebook for any updates as to what time that will start. If I did miss anything in the chat, I do apologize. I will watch the replay tomorrow and see what everything was discussed in the chat. I'm sure Monica and or Cindy had some interesting things to say. So I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your night. If I don't talk to you soon, of course, I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a good one.